There was a Rockdale County teacher that was caught on tape threatening a student, saying that he had a bet that the student's gonna get shot in the head. Then he also said that he'd probably be the one to do it.
You been in the classroom?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
April Carr doesn't believe Rockdale Career Academy physics teacher Paul Hagen is fit to teach class. In this video Carr posted on Facebook, she says you can see why.
You screw with me, you're gonna be in big trouble, okay? Don't smile at me, man. Okay? That's how people like you get shot. I got a bet. I bet by the time you're 21, somebody's gonna be a bullet right in your head. Okay? And it might be me the one that does.
Carr says those comments were made to her 17-year-old son as he and other students laughed while Hagen was teaching. She says that's when he came over and threatened her son.
To tell him that's why y'all get shot, you'll get a bullet in your brain by the time you're 21, and I may be the one to do it.
The Rockdale County school system says it is investigating. Carr also filed a police report.
I think it's a terroristic threat on my son's life.
Carr says you don't hear her son respond in the video. She says even if he did, a teacher can't make threatening statements like this.
I bet by the time you're 21, somebody's gonna be a bullet right in your head. Okay? And it might be me the one that does.
Carr says Hagen did apologize after the incident.
He looked into my son's record, and he's not living up to his fullest potential in his class, and it just made him upset.
And she wants Hagen fired, and she wants him charged. She says if her son made those comments, he would be arrested.
If you enjoy the news and information we present on the show, we ask you to help us reach our 3,000 member goal on Patreon. You can join at a minimum of $2 or $5 per month. We would like to thank every person that's a member. Without you, the show wouldn't survive.
Now, the student was laughing at this teacher. And you know how teenage kids can be. They laugh at things that's not even funny. Of course, you may not be in a mood to deal with them. But you took that job of being a teacher, so you have to deal with that many kids in a day. So instead of him being an adult and maybe taking a break or something, no, he resorts to violence, and it is a terroristic threat. Let's read it one more time. He stated, "Don't smile at me, man. That's how people like you get shot." What do we mean by people like him? And why did it have to come to shooting people? Remember, he was smiling and laughing at him. Why would it went from a smile and a laugh to violence? He says, I got a bet by the time you're 21, somebody's going to put a bullet right through your head, okay? And it might be me, the one who does it. Now, this is one of those times that you could say you could take them out the cave, but you can't get the cave out of them. They are some violent Neanderthal cavemen. Because how do you relate somebody laughing at you to violence and murder? We see that pattern keep happening. We just saw what happened at that church. We just saw what happened in Las Vegas. We just saw what happened at the Colorado Walmart. We just saw what happened at the Georgia Walmart. Look into that. Always shooting people because you didn't get your way, because you were laughed at, etc. This is what our kids have to go through. And then when people like myself says, because of individuals like this who are threatening our children with murder, or individuals in school policies that are modern Tenyon laws. And you remember the Tenyon laws that stated that black women had to cover their hair up. They couldn't show their hair. And there's modern day Tenyon laws to this day against black girls or even boys who have dreadlocks or braided hair or natural hair, just modern day Tenyon laws. Always getting offended by the hair, or treating our kids differently, or having heavy-handed consequences to black kids. And then we say, well, you know what? We need to create our own schools because we don't want to deal with modern day Tenyon laws. We don't want our children being threatened to be shot in the head by a Neanderthal caveman that's reverting back to his nature in that cave. This is why I say that. When I say that, it's to protect our children. When I say, well, maybe black kids need to start going to HBCUs, there's no hate in that. It's protection of our children. Forget your feelings. I'm worrying about the safety and the empowerment and the prosperity of our children. Because show me the black teachers that are threatening white children and telling them they're going to shoot them in the head. Now, if that would have been a black boy, like the mama and them said, if that black boy would have said that to that white Caucasian teacher, you know good and well they would have locked him up, saying terroristic threats and so on and so forth, charging with a felony, and that boy would have been put away. The threatening that teacher had been all on Fox News Channel, saying, oh, he was threatening the teacher is trying to do his job. I mean, this is what our kids have to go through. That videotape just caught it. This teacher do need to be fired, and they do need to put some sort of charges on him. You don't tell someone that in that position. Oh, well, maybe he was frustrated. So your frustration goes to the level of murdering people. That's why I said we need to have our own schools, our own everything. That way we don't deal with that. We don't. Because in this country, it's stereotypes about black people that are promoted by people who don't own the media, which is definitely not my community. That people that want to keep racial hatred going. And as I was telling someone today, I hate racism. I hate discrimination. I'm sick of it. I wish there's something else that we could talk about. There's so many things just as human beings that we have to deal with outside of that dumb color crap. But people of that guy's persuasion always bringing that crap up to the point that we have to constantly keep dealing with it. And then once again, when you say let's create our own schools, why are you guys pushing this separation? Oh, we had that before. It didn't work. You remember? So why are you saying that? Because you don't know how to act. You don't know how to act. You want people to conform to who you are. People are different. Nobody wants to be under the guise of modern day Tinyon laws or modern day Jim Crow laws that you still have on the books. It's easier when you don't have the problems. So that's why black people need to create their own things. And the problem that I have with black people, even when I say that, is unfortunately the majority of black people don't want to do for themselves. The majority of black people just want to be comfortable in white supremacy. And white supremacy would say, you know what, look, we're not going to treat you bad anymore. We're going to leave you alone, XYZ. We just going to stay in charge, but we'll just leave you alone. The majority of black people be happy under white supremacy. They really would. So you have a small amount of people, unfortunately, in our community really want to do for ourselves, build up our own community and do what the Asians are doing and the Arabs are doing and the Jews are doing and the whites are doing, etc. Majority of us don't want to do that. That's why we cry and complain all the time when Caucasians do things. Instead of saying, okay, this is the way they feel about you. This is the way they direct things at your children. Now, what are you going to do about it? What you do is create your own schools. You pull your resources together, money. They can't stop you from creating schools. They cannot stop you. You just don't want to do it. It's as simple as that. I've brought many people on this show who are educators, many people who can help get schools done. But nobody say, hey, Phil, let's put some schools together. Let's put some money together. We don't hear that. We say, no, they need to treat us right in public schools. They're not going to treat you right in public school unless you're in the area where you're paying high taxes and it's middle class and upper class. Then you're going to maybe get treated a lot better, unfortunately. Even if you're black, you may get treated just a little bit better. But that's not even really an answer either. We're still going to deal with the same problems. So let's see if this teacher will get fired or have some charges put on him. We know if it's the other way around, or if there was a black male teacher telling that to a white student, you know good and well that black teacher would be in jail. Now, before I wrap up the video, I know some of you may ask, what is this statue that's sitting here on my desk? Now, this brother from Sun Ra Designs, he sent me this, and this is very well made. I like it. It's real heavy. It's hand painted. It's very, very good quality. And I told him, I said, yeah, I put it on my desk definitely for today's videos. And if you would like to purchase this, it's almost about to be out. It's limited edition. His name is Aquarius and her butterfly. So check this out. Go to that sunroddesigns.com and pick one up. You can put it out there in your garden, or you can put it outside in your house. From what I read about it, my wife fell in love with it the moment she saw it, so she has some plans with it. So make sure to pick you up one. Support a black-owned business. You can buy it, like I said, on sunroddesigns.com. You can go to WeBuyBlack/sunroddesigns and get you one. I think they price them at $62, but like I said, it was about 6 pounds in the box. I mean, it's pretty heavy, but the craftsmanship is very good on this. So leave me a comment on the video. Let me know what you think about this crazy guy that's a teacher. Share the video on social media, like the commentary, and also subscribe and click the notification bell for more news stories.